This is the most terrifying place on Earth. It's a place where reality seems to be broken. A place where you can get lost forever. And it's all because of this one mysterious island that shouldn't exist. Hi everyone. Here. Join me and my friends as we take a journey around the world, uncovering secrets, solving mysteries, and exploring the unknown. Together we will encounter strange phenomena, mysterious places, and terrifying things. So make sure you subscribe for new episodes every week. In the Gulf of Mexico, just off the coast of Brazil, there lies an island shrouded in mystery and fear. For many years, the island was a well-known landmark on nautical charts. But somehow, it has managed to escape detection by modern satellites, and even the memories of those who have seen it. For centuries, the island of Bermeja existed, at least on paper, as evidenced by maps going back hundreds of years. On some old maps, the island was marked with a cross through it, suggesting that it had been discovered, but was uninhabited. Other maps showed a small island near the Brazilian coast with the name Bermuda written next to it in faded ink. But despite being on these old maps, the island wasn't officially recorded for the first time until 1879, when an Austrian geographer named August Petermann published a map of South America. The island was located just off the coast of Brazil and measured about 12 square miles. At the time, Petermann believed the island was uninhabited, citing a lack of recent sightings or evidence of human life. However, sightings of the island began to occur more frequently during the early 20th century. In 1922, a captain reported seeing it while sailing through the Gulf Stream. And again in 1952, an American aviator named Charles Lindbergh spotted it while flying over the area. Despite the occasional sighting, the island remained largely unknown to the outside world. That all changed in 1967 when a Brazilian Air Force officer named José Carlos Pereira spotted the island while on a routine patrol. He reported it to the authorities, and soon a team of scientists and researchers were sent to locate it. But despite having modern technology and equipment, they were unable to find any trace of the island. This led to speculation that the island was nothing more than a figment of Pereira's imagination, or perhaps a misidentification of another known landmass. However, there were two main pieces of evidence that suggested otherwise. First, there were the old maps showing the island's location, and second, there were eyewitness accounts from people who claimed to have seen it. In the decades since then, the island has continued to baffle scientists, researchers, and conspiracy theorists alike. Some believe that the island is real, but has sunk beneath the waves, while others believe it was never real at all. So, what is the truth? Is the island of Bermuda actually located somewhere in the Gulf of Mexico? Or is it nothing more than a myth? To try and uncover the truth behind the mysterious island, a documentary crew set out to find it. Using old maps and nautical charts, they tracked down the last known coordinates of the island and sailed out into the Gulf of Mexico to search for it. What they found was shocking. The island was still there, shrouded in thick fog, completely unrecorded by modern satellite imaging. But as they approached the island, they realized that something was watching them from the depths of the ocean. As they got closer, they could hear a strange noise coming from the water, a low rumble that seemed to shake the very core of the ship. Then they saw it, a dark shape rising from the depths of the ocean, like the back of some enormous sea creature. The documentary crew dropped anchor and prepared to row ashore. As they approached the beach, they could see that the island was covered in thick fog, making it almost impossible to see anything beyond a few feet in front of them. But as they pushed through the fog, they realized that they weren't alone. On the beach, they found strange markings in the sand, like the imprints of giant footprints. They also found strange symbols carved into the rocks, symbols that looked ancient and mysterious. As they explored the island, they came across more and more evidence of a lost civilization, including crumbling ruins and strange artifacts. They also found more strange markings, this time on trees. Some of the markings looked like strange symbols, while others appeared to be coordinates. But it was at this point that the documentary crew realized that they were being watched. They could feel eyes on them, watching their every move. And then they saw it, a dark shape moving through the trees, something large and shadowy that seemed to be observing them from a distance. The crew decided to set up camp for the night and hope that whatever was watching them would leave them alone. But they were wrong. During the night, they were awoken to the sound of crashing and breaking. When they looked out, they saw that the dark shape had returned and was now destroying their camp, smashing their equipment and tearing apart their tents. The crew was terrified, but they knew that they couldn't stay on the island. They had to get off before whatever was watching them decided to attack. As the sun began to rise, the documentary crew packed what little they could of their belongings and fled the island. They left behind their tents, their food, and their cameras, and raced away as fast as they could. Back at home, the documentary crew began to edit their footage, hoping to piece together what had happened to them on the island. But as they watched the footage, they noticed something strange. In one of the clips, they saw a dark shape moving through the trees. But when they rewound the tape, they saw that the dark shape wasn't actually there. It had vanished into thin air. They checked and double-checked the footage, but the dark shape was never there when they rewound the tape. It was as if it had been erased from existence. Determined to uncover the truth, the crew decided to return to the island and search for the missing footage. But when they arrived, they found no trace of it. The island was still there, but the dark shape was gone. And then they saw it, a group of police officers standing on the beach. They had come to rescue the documentary crew from the mysterious island. But when the rescue team arrived, they found no island at all. The only thing they found was the crew's camera playing the footage of them being pulled into the sea by their own reflections. I don't know about you, but I think I'd rather explore the woods with no way out than an island that isn't even real. But hey, I'm just saying, what do you think really happened to the documentary crew? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And while you're there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future episodes. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.